All right, big development coming in from West Asia. Lebanon-based Hezbollah group has launched large-scale rocket and drone towards Israel. This comes right after the Israeli military launched preemptive strikes in Lebanon after detecting preparations for large-scale attacks. Now, Hezbollah says its attacks is an initial response to a top commander's killing. That is Fuad Shukr. The militant group has said that it began an air attack with a large number of drones targeting deep into Israel. Hezbollah fighters have also targeted enemy positions and barracks and Iron Dome platforms with rockets. It fired more than 320 Katyusha rockets targeting 11 military bases in northern Israel. With this, Hezbollah says they have completed the first phase of its attacks. Amid escalation, Lebanese caretaker prime minister is currently heading an emergency meeting in Beirut. Israeli defense minister, on the other hand, has declared a 48-hour state of emergency across the country. Gallant also briefed his U.S. counterpart on the strikes, saying they are closely monitoring the developments. U.S. President Joe Biden has directed U.S. officials to continuously communicate with Israel, and National Security spokesperson has reassured that U.S. will keep supporting Israel's right to defend itself. The Israeli military has said that its fighter jets attacked thousands of Hezbollah rocket launchers in South Lebanon that were aimed at northern and central Israel. Israeli Prime Minister Benjamin Netanyahu has vowed that he is determined to do everything to protect the country and return the residents of the north to their homes.
אנחנו נחושים לעשות הכל כדי להגן על המדינה שלנו, להחזיר את תושבי הצפון בבטחה לבתיהם, ולהמשיך לקיים כלל פשוט. מי שפוגע בנו, אנחנו פוגעים בו.
Netanyahu is currently holding a security cabinet meeting that is underway. Foreign Minister Israel Katz has urged foreign counterparts to back Israeli action against Iran and its proxies. Furthermore, Israel's Ben Gurion airport had delayed departing flights and redirected arrivals to other airports earlier that have now been resumed. Now, this comes just after Israeli Defense Forces warned Israelis to expect incoming missiles and drones launched by Hezbollah. Military spokesperson Daniel Hagari had said Hezbollah will soon fire rockets and possibly missiles and UAVs towards Israeli territory. Cross-border attacks. Now, Hezbollah and Israel have escalated dramatically in the past couple of months. On June 18th, Hezbollah had published a video from one of its reconnaissance drones flying over northern Israel, including the Hafia port. Now, this video appeared to put out a message to Israel that Hezbollah has eye on Israel and access to most of its security installations. Then in July, Hezbollah had published an almost 10-minute-long video showing footage of 17 military sites in the Israeli-occupied Syrian Golan Heights. The video showed Israeli Iron Dome batteries, command centers, and ammo depots. Now, these recent warnings indicate that Hezbollah had been bracing for a wide-scale attack against Israel for quite some time now. All right, we are right now being joined by Mustafa Alouche, who's joining us live from Tripoli, Lebanon. He is a former Lebanese MP. Thank you so much, sir, for giving us time and joining on the show. I would like to begin by asking you, Lebanese government is holding an emergency meeting after the latest escalation. What are we expecting from the meeting?
Well, we don't expect anything from the meeting because the Lebanese government is outside of the real picture. The war is being waged for years, for decades, and definitely for the last over 10 months between the interests of Iran and definitely between the interest with the interest of Netanyahu. So the Lebanese government is only present because it is present. Concerning decisions and working to stop or to improve on the situation, it's out of the picture. It's just a meeting that has no sense. Probably the government will launch and say that we'll call for the Security Council and will send our regrets or whatever.
All right, so now Hezbollah has stated that the first phase of attack is now over. Does that mean that more attacks are going to be incoming? What are you expecting now?
Well, this is part of the military tactics. So if they say this is the first, it may mean that there are others. It may mean that this I'm keeping the enemy waiting and keeping alert. So we don't know what is the real reason for saying this. However, we know that Hezbollah, and definitely which is backed by Iran, they are avoiding a real escalation of the war by keeping the limits for their attacks against the occupied territories. And they, at the same time, on the other hand, the Israeli want Hezbollah to provoke them or to get them some legitimacy for a large escalation of the war. Now we are seeing a mini escalation, as I see, and probably it will just end today or in some hours, or we will see more escalation in the coming few hours.
That being said, so Hezbollah chief Hassan Nasrallah is also set to address the latest developments. What are we expecting from that front?
Nothing new. We are used for the last few decades concerning this issue, and specifically since 2005, that the speeches and what Hassan Nasrallah or any others are talking about does not concern, or they are taking the Lebanese as just in numbers, and Lebanon as just a military base, and we don't expect nothing new concerning what Hassan Nasrallah would say.
All right, so another thing I would like to ask you, what do you gather from the strikes which have been claimed by Israel?
Well, I don't know. We heard military declarations from that side, and we cannot really know what's the truth, because as everyone knows, in war, truth is absent. You cannot take it from anywhere.
Well, now that you're based in Tripoli, is there some kind of advisory that has been issued by the government?
No, not even closer. The Lebanese population is left on its fate, because we don't, even if you say an ultimatum to any part of the country, where should they go? So no, I tell you, officially at least, there is nothing, not even very close to the front.
Right, and do we expect that the meeting that the government is taking place right now, do we expect that we might get any advisory from that meeting?
It will be just a regular speech from the government. They would say that we should be cautious, we should be aware that the enemy is ferocious and wants to destroy Lebanon, whatever. However, at the same time, the means for the government are very limited at all aspects.
Right. Now, Israel has claimed some parts of Lebanon to be attacked. Hezbollah has denied it. But what are we gathering? What can you tell us about the places that have been attacked?
Again, we cannot know, because every party will have its own declaration concerning the losses and the gains. We will have to wait a few hours or a few days until we know exactly what happened.
Right. So Hezbollah has often said that they would not attack until they see a ceasefire. Now, saying that the ceasefire talks are now taking place, Israel's Mossad chief is going to visit Cairo. All the talks are going to happen. What do you think this type of attack, what kind of impact do these attacks have on the ceasefire talks?
It's related to the ceasefire talk because Hezbollah wants to stop the war that started 10 months ago. And the Hezbollah and Iran need this opportunity to say that we kept our promise to support Gaza. But concerning Israel, as it's clear till now that what Netanyahu and his government want is to continue and to keep their upper hand in Gaza specifically, even after the ceasefire, and they want to control the Gaza Strip completely by fire. And what we see and what I think is a reason is that this government in Israel don't want Gaza to survive again or to resurge again. They are making it as much as unlivable as possible.
All right. That was former Lebanese MP Mustafa Allouche joining us from Tripoli in Lebanon. Thank you so much for joining us and giving your insights.